Well, howdy, 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 y'all. Teresa here, and
Brad.
Do you know what that sound just was? Guess, people. No, keep guessing. No, guess again. Oh, well, just wait for a minute and you're going to hear it again. That is my husband spitting cherry seeds into an empty creamer container. We bought some, are they black cherry? I don't think, are they black cherry or no? We bought some cherries. I think they look like black cherries, but I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
They're not, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We bought some cherries. It just says cherries on it.
Cereces, douches, something.
Anyway, we bought some cherries and some fresh cherries, you know, and he's eating them. We only buy cherries maybe once a year. You know, they are expensive. They're like $2.98 a pound right now, which is pretty good for cherries.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, hopefully they'll go down cheaper, but, you know, it hasn't been a real kind winter for produce and stuff. But, you know, I told Brad, you know, it was like for a treat. And I said, you know, we used to spend more money buying chips and candy and stuff. So, you know, we don't buy any of that now. So, you know, this is a healthier alternative. And, you know, he likes sitting there fitting the pits into. Anyway, it's May 24th, 2017. It is Wednesday afternoon. It is 4:21 p.m. and we've been busy. You guys know Wednesday's usually our shopping day and errand running day, and that's what it has been. But yesterday, Brad was off too. I still was feeling kind of, not really depressed, just sad. I was feeling sad. And the wonderful thing about Brad and then with my best friend Linda is, you know, they both are very, very wise people, and, you know, he's like,
you know, we'll have that on recording.
You know, they have some really good wisdom, and, you know, you just kind of go with that, and, you know, I allowed myself to, you know, kind of, I mean, I didn't cry or anything yesterday, but, you know, kind of go through the, just feeling sad, and then you just pick yourself up and go on, and, I made a hat, but you're going to have to wait and see it tomorrow, because my stuff is not out here yet, and there's no room because we still haven't finished putting away all the groceries. But we rented a couple movies. We rented from Redbox. We rented Split, and yours was Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Creatures and Where They Come From. It was kind of a prequel to the Harry Potter series.
What'd you think of that movie?
It was good. It wasn't, you know, oh God, I gotta own that movie, but it was decent.
I wasn't impressed by Split, honestly. I've seen much better movies than that, like Silence of the Lambs and Seven and that kind of stuff. It was okay. Again, it's not anything that I would want to have rushed out to a movie theater to see or own. But, you know, it was okay. It was just too predictable, really, for me. You know, I like, and pardon my French, but I like movies that kind of give you a mind fuck. You know, where they've got such a twist, you're like, whoa, you know, didn't see that coming. But, so we just kind of relaxed. Heck, I don't even, Brad made bread. Okay, that's what we did yesterday. Brad was feeling kind of emotional too, and one of the things that he and I have always done is emotionally eat, and you know, we can't afford to do that anymore because it's really taking a toll on our health and stuff with the diabetes. So, you know, where it would have been before we would have gone and bought junk food or ordered pizza or whatever, we decided to make some Parmesan garlic zucchini fries. And since we were doing that, I, you know, told Brad, I said, well, we got fresh mushrooms. We could do those too, because he absolutely loves breaded mushrooms. And do you want to tell him how we did that?
Well,
first, you got to have the oven on 475.
We found several recipes, and we didn't have all the ingredients for any one recipe. So what we did is we had some croutons.
Mm-hmm.
And what were they? Were they garlic?
They were Caesar flavored.
Oh yeah. Croutons.
Croutons.
So we put them in the food processor and turned them into dust.
Yeah, because we didn't have breadcrumbs.
Yeah, and we sprayed a couple pans, and Teresa cut up the zucchini and cut the bigger mushrooms in half. And
I cut the zucchini like you would fries.
Yep. And then, okay, I got to say this properly. We made an egg wash, and
which we used half water, half egg beaters.
Egg beaters, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Teresa dipped them in the egg wash, and then we rolled it in the crouton crumbs
with the Parmesan cheese.
Oh, we added Parmesan cheese.
Yeah. You know, it's probably about what, a third Parmesan cheese, 2/3 breadcrumbs, or crushed croutons.
Mm-hmm.
And then whatever spices we added, smoked paprika.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if it was smoked or not.
No, just regular
paprika, pepper, garlic powder.
Yep.
Did we add anything else?
I think that was it.
I think that was it too.
Yeah.
And we rolled that, like you said.
Yeah.
And then, you know, of course, you put it on the pan and then spray the tops with cooking spray of your choice.
And then we've got a toaster oven.
Right.
And I'm still not sure. I know that I've read a lot of articles about you shouldn't use a toaster oven for this or shouldn't use it for that. I don't know why it heats different, but we cooked it in the toaster oven at 475 for about 8 to 9 minutes. And then I turned it on to broil and broiled it for about 3 or 4 minutes. So it kind of browned the tops, and those turned out really,
yeah,
really
they were good. They were good. And that took, you know, the bread wanting to munch. That was a healthy way to do it. We got that off a healthy cooking channel. And then, you know, of course, we had a lot of leftovers, but they reheated very nicely. We had them with dinner because Brad then used the leftover mixture of the breadcrumbs and
the Parmesan. And what I did was the crouton crumbs and the Parmesan cheese mix. Is there wasn't quite enough. So
you got to tell them what you were going to do with it.
Oh, I mixed it. Well, I'll get to that.
Okay.
Build suspense.
Okay.
And so I mixed it half and half with about equal amounts of flour, and then we had some sirloin pork chops, boneless sirloin pork chops, and I did those in an egg wash, and I added a little garlic powder, a little onion powder, and then use that Parmesan breadcrumb stuff. And I didn't even spray the top. I didn't think about that. But I put it in a shallow cake pan, and I baked it at 300 for about 45 minutes, and then I covered it with foil. And then after 45 minutes, I took off the foil and turned it back on to broil, and just kind of brown it up.
They were very good. They were nice and moist and very flavorful. We had that, and we had the rest of the zucchini and mushrooms, and then a small baked potato, small Yukon Gold baked potato, you know, and it was good.
Can I comment on that?
Sure.
You know, it not that long ago, both of us could eat 2 of these sirloin chops and still be looking for more.
And a couple baked potatoes.
And Teresa just ate, well, we both just ate one.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was kind of nice.
Yeah, we are finding, again, I didn't know if we would react the same from the Victos as we did the first time we were on it. We're finding, again, I know I keep saying how wonderful it is, but for us, it really is, and just simply not hungry. Like we went to lunch, we went to China Buffet, and we literally combined ate about as much as 2 of us would eat together, probably less. So next time we go, we're just going to get a takeout box and split it because, you know, we're just not eating, which is great. I love that. I love not having to fight that hunger. It's kind of like a tool that almost like how the weight loss surgeries are designed to have the tool, for a while. And I love that I can actually see the bones in my feet. Brad noticed today that I'm walking much better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking much easier. I'm walking much better. I can breathe much easier because this PA changed my diuretic, and it's marvelous results. So, we're both feeling much better. You and I were talking about that today. You want to tell them how you're feeling better, Mr. Cherry Pitman?
The biggest thing I notice is I'm sleeping much better,
He really is.
and I'm not. I've never had a hangover in my life, but it seems like every morning I wake up with what feels like a hangover, and I'm actually
It's so foggy, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm actually waking up a lot more bright-tailed and bushy-eyed. A lot more alert.
Kind of like you used 2 years ago, yeah. And I am too, and I'm still having trouble sleeping, but I always have, like I said, and I think what it is too is I would eat a lot of carbs at night, late at night. It was kind of like my soothing thing. I would go back, I would start watching Netflix, whatever, or YouTube, do loom knitting, and I would eat a lot of carbs. And so my body's used to, we're going to get to a real high level with carbs, and then we're going to go to sleep fine. So my body's kind of like, hey, what? Hey, you. And it's like, no, I haven't touched any sugar at all since we, went to the doctor over a week ago. So, but we're both feeling much better. Gotta go up a little. There you go. You weirdo.
You want it, don't you?
They're nice cherries.
Yeah, they are.
So then today, we got up and we talked with our niece for a while on the phone, and then we left and, like I said, went to lunch and had to stop at the doctor's office and figure out appointment times and stuff, and then went to Walmart, bought some stuff, and I finally conned Brad basically into having a water bottle like I have, and he even said that, yeah, that would be nice for, like, especially at night, because we worry about the dogs knocking stuff over, and also like in the car or the Jeep, because I bought another one today for me, and we found this blue one, and but they're wonderful for in your vehicle. So
yeah, because I love my Bubba cake, but
yeah, but those Bubba cakes, I mean, unless you're gonna have your passenger sit there or your passenger seat is empty. What?
Show them my Bubba cake.
Brad wants you to see his Bubba cake. See his Bubba cake. Oh, okay now, honey.
Well, it holds.
I don't want to sit here and hold your Bubba cake.
Hold my Bubba cake.
No.
Nope.
And then I had to buy some more white yarn, right? So I asked Brad if he's gonna spin my yarn. So what does he do?
Come on,
he
guys.
puts it in a grocery bag, and he spins it around.
Come on, Charlie. Well, I spun your yarn for you. Come on, Charlie.
Then we get home, and Charlie has figured out real fast that we get home when we go grocery shopping, and there's gonna be a smoked pig ear in the bag for him. So now we bring in the bags, and he's snooting through all of them.
Yeah. Well, then there was these two ladies there at Wally World.
Yeah.
And they were taking up the whole aisle. They were right in the middle, taking up the whole friggin' aisle.
Oh, don't you love that?
It's like
social time, and it's like, but could you move over? I don't care.
Well, and then when I tried to push past them, the one lady gave me a crusty look.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you give her one back?
No.
No.
Because I'm sweet and innocent. I wouldn't do that.
But, so that's about all that we've done. Right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, and we went to post office.
And then we went to the doctor's office.
Well, you went to the doctor's office. You want to tell him what she did to you when you went in there?
I went in, and
you can tell why you went in.
Well, I went in because they just gave us some free.
We can't remember.
They gave us some free samples of Victoza,
Mm-hmm.
and a month's supply of the Victoza full retail. You're looking at about $500 per month per person, and it was like $478 or something like that. And when we went to see the doctor last, they just did a follow-up appointment for Teresa, but not for me. Yeah. And when I went in there, they don't want to
see you.
Yeah, when I went in, we went in there to find out if I needed a follow-up visit. I didn't tell you this, and she said, well, if there was supposed to be a follow-up visit, I would have booked it for you. Okay, sunshine. Yeah.
She is a very attractive young woman, but holy crap, her people skills.
Yeah.
She's like Nurse Wretched or something. Yeah, I mean, she's not a nurse, but
yeah, she's got all the people skills of a badger.
Cause Brad texts me. Okay, he's weird. We know that. He texts me. I'm sitting out in the parking lot. He's out inside. He goes, "She told me to sit."
Stay.
Did she tell you to stay?
No, she just told me to sit, and she'll call me when she finds out what's going on. Yeah. And actually, I think the reason she had me sit was she didn't want me standing there while she finished her lunch.
Well, it said the office was closed from noon to 1 because they were going to lunch. How the hell would we know?
Yeah. So I sat there, and I was a good toad.
I finally asked him, I'm like, how long are you supposed to sit there? I don't know.
Yeah. So,
I thought, okay, well. Now I'm thinking maybe I was going to take a nap or something because I didn't know how long he was going to be in there.
Yeah, her people.
Or if you were coming out again.
Or if I was coming out alive.
You know, or maybe she can make you stay there till our appointment on next Tuesday.
That is a very good possibility.
You know, so he still doesn't know if he had an appointment or not.
Oh, no, what she told me is she said they don't need to see me. And they said, and I said, well, what about...
Why?
I said, well, what about our Victoza? And I said, we're going to be out. Well, if you come in with your wife, and if they need to see you, we'll book an appointment because she's not that booked up that hard. Okay.
Okay, but you need to see Dr. Keene about the neuropathy and the back pain.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk about that.
Oh, we're not going to talk about it now?
Not on camera.
Not on camera. Okay, we're not talking about it. I don't know what's going on, whatever he decides, his body. I can't make him do nothing, guys. Right, Nixie? Nixie, hi, pretty girl. How are you today?
Oh, Charlie's getting jealous. You're talking to Nixie.
He's getting jealous, Charlie. What are you doing, Noodle Face? She didn't like it earlier. It was thundering.
No.
It was raining and thundering. Right, Noodle Face?
You need to talk to the people.
You know what? Don't bug me, okay? These people know how I am.
Okay.
All right? They like to see the puppies.
I know they do.
They do.
But I'm just giving you grief.
I know where you sleep.
I know where you sleep too.
Well, I know when you sleep. 'Cause I'm still awake. So, you got to sleep sometime.
No, I don't, actually. I think we proved that.
No, you do. Anyway, you didn't even throw a bunch of crap in the cart this time. What a good boy you were.
Well, because we were really watching what we spent.
Yeah, we had a calculator. We were on a mission. We were not going to overspend on them groceries this week.
I mean, I did throw a couple extra things in.
Like what?
I threw... What did I throw in?
I don't know.
The drink mixes.
Oh, but we already knew we were getting drink mixes.
Yeah.
I like to get... If anybody ever wonders what kind of drink mixes I like this is one of them. I like the Great Value, the sugar-free iced tea with lemon. Because, I mean, for $2, well, less than $2, and there's 10 packs in it. Mm-hmm. So, I like those. Yeah. I like the sugar-free raspberry tea.
The water tastes better now.
I don't know if y'all have ever tried. There's the A&W makes a sugar-free flavor water enhancer packets. Those are so good. The root beer, they are so good. It does taste just like root beer without the carbonation. It's really good though. It's really kind of a treat.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're kind of wanting something kind of a little sweet or something, you get you one of them. You get a lot of ice in your bottle. You get some purified or bottled water. You put a packet of them in. You mix that up. You let it sit for about 5 minutes. Shake it up again. You'll be a happy dog. What?
Nothing.
Hey, Linda got me on the water drinking thing, and now I'm really into the water drinking thing. I've been drinking water like crazy.
Now you have a serious drinking problem.
I do. Yeah. I do. And I'm not, I mean, I have a pop right now because we were out running around, because now I don't do the slushies or the ices because they're not sugar-free. They don't have any of the sugar-free ones around here. I know some other parts in the country they do. So I was thirsty and this, like, you know, so it got me a Diet Dr. Pepper, but, we don't hardly drink any pop now.
No.
You know, I usually on average go through at least 4 of these a day, and these are 25 ounces, 25.9 or something. And then my cup of coffee, and then usually a big iced coffee at night. So I go through a lot of water and stuff.
You do really well. Really impressed.
Yeah.
And I was really impressed with how well you motivated around today.
No, it felt good. It felt really good, guys, being able to walk so much easier. You know, being able to get in and out of the Jeep easier. I'm really, really inspired to, I told Brad, you know, I feel like I'm going to be able to recover my mobility, because if I can help it, I don't want to have to be in a wheelchair all the time. I want to put that off like everybody does. I want to put that off for as long as possible. I'm not saying anything bad about anybody that is in a wheelchair or is in mobility issues where they just don't have a choice now. But for me, I want to put it off for as long as possible, because, you know, someday I may be that way, and you know, where I do no longer have a choice. Or you may be in a position where you no longer have a choice. You know, but, you know, I'm really, really inspired that I'm feeling so much better, and you know.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm really proud of how much you're motivating around right now.
You know, I mean, my stomach's really going down, and I'm so much, you know, feeling so much better, and you know, our energy is improving, and it's only a week and a day in. So we've just now hit our full dose on the Victoza, which is the 1.8. So, you know. But anyway, that's all we got going on, guys. Just a normal. Probably bored you guys to death, but, you know. Sorry. Oh, and I cleaned out the fridge too when we got home.
You done good.
That was fascinating, right? But there was no strange alien growing anything.
The big ass spider.
Oh, Lord Almighty. Okay. Okay, you guys ready? Get your whoopee, whatever you need to get. This was, oh, Lord. I don't even remember what we were doing. We were getting ready to leave.
Yeah. I was coming out of the back.
Yeah, but you were doing something. You were making a bottle of water to take with you. Because I handed him this, and I said, well, you know, do you want to, you know, make something to drink for the road? Because we were getting ready to leave. So he's standing there at the sink doing that, you know, and I had just grabbed the board. We have this big board we put in front of the door so the dog can't just rush the door when we open it, when we leave. Anyway, Brad was getting ice and all that stuff, and I look up, and there is this huge ass spider. I mean, the body of it was not that big, but them legs.
Yeah.
I mean, it was probably bigger than this.
Oh, it was about twice that size.
It was about twice the size of this.
Yeah.
How big do you think that thing was?
It was probably about
like this.
Legs. Yeah.
It was about like this, and it's like on the wall, man. And I didn't scream. I did not do any girly scream. Brad can testify, did I?
No, you done good.
I did say, oh, there's spider spray, because this ant and roach spray we have is also for spiders. He just calmly grabbed a paper towel, because he saw it when I think I said, oh, babe, look, and he's like, yeah, I saw it, or said something like that, and grabbed a paper towel, and calmly, Michelle, I'm sorry it did not live. You know, it was either us or him, and yeah, it looked like he probably could have eaten Missy, so definitely could have eaten the cat. So
yeah,
that was the biggest one we ever had in here. I said, that's a Florida spider right there. But I don't even know where it came. I don't know if it came in on Brad's clothes or if it came in on one of the dogs. Do you think?
Might have.
Well, how'd it come in? I need to know this stuff, because
it probably came in on one of us.
Ooh, fuck. Not me, though, because I wasn't out this morning.
No. But it was a big ass.
That is not stuff that you sleep well after confronting that. Now I'm going to be, you know, I may have to cuddle up with some spider spray or something. You know, that thing was so gross. It was just, and then all them legs, and it was all laid out. And, it was icky. Was it icky when you squished it?
Didn't bother me.
Well, I didn't know. I know that. Either us or it. So anyway, aren't you glad you know that now? It's cloudy here today. It's been raining. The bays are rocking. Tide's going out. And I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to throw some chicken in the crock pot and then go take a nap. Right, honey? We want naps?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Anyway, love you guys. And I do cherish your friendship so much. And I think you guys are awesome. And say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.